All right, here we go. How are you? We are back. Welcome back. If you're here, let me know. If you're here later, let me know that too. Because I like to see your comments. Good times. I appreciate your patience today. It's a new day, and I want to talk to you about seeing the world through your built in filters. What does that look like? Right? Filter, right? Because we actually have our own built-in filters, and so I want to explain that to you because it's not just for your phone app, it's literally for the filter in your mind. So here you are. Okay, this is you today. Happy, right? It's a match. And we actually have two. Remember the other day we talked about the RAS, reticular activating system. Okay. And so what happens is in your RAS, right? In your reticular activating system, which is kind of like your mind's eye. And if you want more information on that, go check the other video. So in your mind's eye, you're actually taking in, hi Jeannie, 2 million pieces of information every second. 2 million pieces of information every 1 second. That's a lot of information coming at you. So if you think, wow, I am having a information overload or sensory overload, of this 2 million pieces that are coming at you, we actually can only logically and realistically process 134 pieces of information. Okay. So 134. And it's actually of that 134 pieces of information that come at us, and I'm going to explain how we get to this. It's actually plus or minus, or I'm sorry. Oh, please hold. Here, let me move this up. Okay, thanks for holding. So we have 2 million, right? 2 million pieces of information. I'm going to move this up to, because if you're a visual learner like I am, it'll make more sense. So we have 2 million, okay, pieces of information. This breaks down into 134 pieces, okay? And then we actually break that down into 7 plus or minus 2. And what that looks like is, so we have 2 million pieces of information coming at us all the time. We break it down into 134 pieces by our filters. And what those filters are going to be is it's going to be delete, distort, please hold, distort, and we're going to get a blue one and generalize. So what delete looks like is when you, right now, so 2 million pieces of information coming at you. Some of that is going to be deleted out of like, oh, my hand is cold, my fingers are moving, my mind is moving, I'm watching the video, my feet hurt, how do my shoes feel, my shoes are tied. Okay, so that's a lot of information. So that's where the deletion comes in. You have to delete some of that out so that you can literally be thinking. Okay. Distort. Whoa, this is a big old filter. Distort is going to look like, okay, let's say you drive by a car accident. Okay, terrible accident, and you don't know what happened. You don't see anything, nasty. All you see is a lady standing off to the side, and you're driving with say your grandpa, your papa, your somebody, and when you drive by, the lady standing there, and the person you're with, your grandpa, says, "Huh, women drivers." Okay, now you have accepted that, you have owned that now women drivers are terrible drivers, and you drive off. And so now you have owned women drivers are bad drivers because of somebody else's information that they put into your mind. That lady was just standing there. She could have been a bystander. She could have been just visiting. She could have been a witness. She could have been involved in the accident as, passenger. Who knows? Okay, so now in your mind, you think women drivers, and then you own that. So that's going to be a distortion of information. Then generalize. Generalize is going to be where if you know how to drive, and let's say you go to another country and they drive on the opposite side of the road, you still know how to drive. You just have to move over. Okay, and then everything's going to be a little bit switched. It's going to be weird, but you have the general information on this process. Let's say, for example, too, you're in kindergarten or preschool and you learn how to sit down, right? And the chair is blue. You still know how to sit down if the chair is black. Okay, so that's where it has generalized your information. So then it breaks it down. So now you're accepting 134 pieces of information. And what it does is of that information, your mind, you can only remember about 7 plus or minus 2. And that's really, so if you think of like a phone number, that's why they broke it down into chunks that are a little bit smaller for you to be able to remember the phone numbers. And so that's why I wanted to talk about your filters, because what's happening is, and this can apply to your life right now, this minute, in all of your communications, in all of your thought process and sharing, just in the world today, when you are out there and somebody says, did you see what happened? Uh, yeah. And now you have remember that you're seeing it through your own filters. And so, how do we see the world? We actually see the world as we are. Okay. And what that means is you're seeing the world through your own filters, through your filters. And so remember have you ever heard the statement that there's 3 sides to the story? There's this side, and the truth in the middle. And that's because both sides have their own filters and their own stories, their own experiences, and everything that they're bringing to the situation. If you and I see a car accident, or 10 other people see a car accident, they're all seeing it differently. And or say somebody has robbed a bank and the bank robber runs out. The bank robber to me looks like a kid that I went to school with in 6th grade, so I'm going to associate that to it. Or he had features, or she had features, or whoever had features that was like this. And so I really want you to take a deep look at how does this affect your life? How is this in your communication? Even through your own experiences, say if you are a parent, you are parenting from your experiences, which you're now handing down, or that's how you're acting, or you're trying to realize, like, gosh, I don't even know why I do this. It's because of your information that you have stored in there, and then that's what you're seeing the world as and through, right? So I just wanted to share that today because I felt like it was really heavy on my mind and in my heart, because I feel like there's a lot of information out there that people will feel is true to their core, and really it might just be from you're seeing it from your filter. Okay, so I just want to share that, give you a different perspective. I hope you have an awesome day. I'm going to be doing a training tonight. My training got pushed from yesterday to tonight, and I'm going to be doing that in my Empowering Mindset for Joy Seekers group. So click below. I'll put the link in there, and we will be excited to see you tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to talk more about how you can release the feeling of overwhelm, because you can't pour from an empty cup. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to give you an easy little technique to do, and it's going to be super helpful for you in a few areas of your life. So I will see you tonight, and I hope you have an awesome day. Here you go. $150 meditation drum. See the world as we are. Now you know. Okay, bye.